Alright, I hope I have the right headphones on. I hope y'all can hear me. For our final pen tool project, what we're going to do is you're going to find a picture of a cartoon character or a coloring book page that you want to do. Let me zoom out here. And you're going to save it. And then you're going to open a new document and call it whatever the name of your character is. And then do File, Place, and find the image that you saved and select it, and then you will place it into your file. And I move mine around so you can see the edge of my artboard here. And you're going to make sure it's on its own layer and lock that layer down so that you don't mess with the background. And you're going to create a new layer, which is this little guy right down here. Looks like a little page with its corner turned up. And we'll start working on tracing this with the pen tool. Yes, the pen tool. I know y'all love the pen tool. Uh, what I recommend you do is you start with the area that's farthest back first. I've already done playing around with this. I've already done the shirt. Notice that um, even though I only see a little bit of the shirt in here, the only places I really paid attention to the edge and made sure it matched was like right here along here, right down in here, down along here, the bottom hem of the shirt, of course, and then right here at this little collar. The rest of the place, I just made sure that it wasn't out in random places. If you look at it, it looks kind of weird, but when we're all done, it will look fine. What you want to do is you want to take figure out what is the farthest thing back in your image. And you know, you can argue that Scooby's arm goes back here behind Shaggy. But really we want to go with whatever's farthest back first. And then made another, locked that layer down, turned it off so I can't see it anymore. Create another new layer, named it Skin. And you know, it's a good habit to get into naming your layers, especially when we move into Photoshop here in a couple of weeks. So I just double clicked my layer and then I could rename it. Okay, so you can name your layers whatever you want to. And like I said, it's just a good habit to get into. Before we start doing outlining the skin pen tool, I want to talk to you about one other thing. You can use your eyedropper tool to pick your colors of your image and watch what happens here. Let's see, like Scooby Doo. I click on him, I get that exact brown. Then if I open my swatches palette over here on my right hand side over here, my palettes, see got it right there as well, and I can click it and I can drag it down into here. See, I get that plus sign. That means I can add that color to my swatches palette so that when I'm working I can match those colors exactly. So I've already done that for all my colors in Scooby Doo. I've got Shaggy's shirt, his color, Scooby's color, Shaggy's hair, Scooby's collar, and Shaggy's pants. So I've I've gone through and color picked all my different colors and then drug those swatches down in my swatches palette and added them too. So when I go to trace all this, I have the correct colors. All right, let's go ahead and start tracing here. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to select my pen tool. Open my layers pile, make sure I'm on the right layer. It's always a good thing to make sure you're on the right layer. And let's see, I don't really need to be too careful here. So I'm just going to click and drag for the other things that are going to be in front of this area. The hair will be in front of here. Scooby will be in front of this as well. And then I will start to be careful here. Now, remember to make a sharp turn. You click and drag to make a curve, right? And then to make a sharp turn in a curve, you hold down the option to be able to swing one of these Bezier curve handles. And I'm going to back up here. Gosh darn it. There we go. Gotta love it when it doesn't want to do what you want it to do. Option. When we're making a curve, always drag slightly. Even if you're just not wanting it to change much. And we'll talk about how to do these extra things on top here in a little bit. Right now, I'm really just worried about the outline. I am not going to worry about all the extra details right now. And when doing these, you always want to make sure that you close off the shape. Notice when I come back over here over my first point, I get that little tiny circle. You see that little tiny circle? That means I'm closing off that shape. Always want to make sure you close off your shape. Sharp turn. Close off my shape. Scroll down here a little bit. Sharp turn. I believe this is skin tone 2. Okay, and notice I'm being careful along the edges here where I really want it to be. And then, you know what I need to do? I need to go back and make all of these. Let's go do that right now. I need to make all of these have an outline. I need to give them a black outline of like 3 point. Maybe not quite that thick. Let's do 2 point. Here we go. Okay, so that the areas that are going to show have that nice cartoon outline. Now, the fingers are going to be hard. Fingers are not going to be fun. Yeah, okay, never mind. I was like, why did you do that? But it didn't. Just ignore me. I'm being angry for no apparent reason, which happens sometimes. Some of you know me better than others. You know, sometimes I get angry for no apparent reason. And make these as smooth as you can. You can see them. My fingers don't look very smooth. Try to make them as smooth as you can. Okay. And I hear what some of you tell me that we're just students. It shouldn't have to be perfect. And for the pen tool thing, I'm not asking for perfection, but it should look good. It shouldn't look like somebody went after it with a chainsaw. I keep forgetting to move my curve. Probably shouldn't whistle in the microphone. That's probably not a good thing to do. Okay, that thumb's probably going to need some work, and we'll talk about how to do that too when we get back there. When in doubt, put in lots of anchor points. Go a little ways. Come back out, do another one. Yeah, that one's going to need some work too. probably a long enough video for this one. We'll end it here and pick up with what's next. Oh, let's go back and turn these on. So we've got skin and, which obviously there's an issue right there, what to fix. Skin and shirt.